Nice job.
Nice.
Thank you, Janie and Andrew. My goal was to memorize this book for tonight, but it didn't happen. But maybe I have the first few poems memorized. We'll see. Where were we again? Let me just take a sneak peek.
First line.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. The heart bears the absence of your mark, but barely. It limps along, an unclaimed parcel, kept alive by licking condensation from the pipes underneath suburban homes and eating the corpses of kamikaze insects that lie fallen in nightly semicircles under porch lights. Is so much death really necessary to prop up the living? It seems unnecessary, even gloating, all this insect death. The heart glances in windows at night. I need to look at the book at this point already. This is terrible. Feigning casualness, the heart glances in windows at night, portals to a sloshing world of ruby toasts over complicated salads. The heart knows valor is a too bright shade of lipstick it can never wear. It creeps away slowly, footfalls going squish, squish on the waterlogged lawn. It goes to the town football field, lies down on the 50-yard line, looks up at stars or at the still traveling light from dead stars. There's no way of knowing which is which, just as there's no way of knowing from a person's eyes when you first meet them whether or not one day they will wish you dead, or whether they will be the one who will teach you what you need to know to be really, actually alive. Even though everything in the universe has already happened and we are just waiting to catch up to it. We mustn't look like we're waiting, though. We must look like we haven't a care in the world. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for coming. I'm just going to read a few more from the book, and then I'm going to read a few new poems. The heart goes to 7-Eleven, gets a Red Bull, cracks it open in the parking lot. A creature worse off than itself rolls by with a shopping cart, dressed entirely in burlap sacks. The heart goes out to it, automatically, then retreats. A symbolic move, like genuflecting, the muscles contracting in place. The overloaded cart has a squeak in one of its wheels. It asks. From deep inside the burlap cave, an answering moan. Faint music from within the convenience store escapes in chilled puffs every time the door opens for another trucker, another cabbie. A bell jingles, festively announcing these customers to the night clerk stocking cups by the hot soup tureen. The heart's drink mumbles softly, gas bubbles colliding with the side of the can. In the quiet night, only these sounds, only these creatures pass each other without pleasure or wonder or fear. The heart is panting faster now. It scuttles along the highway, turns in circles like a dog flattening imaginary grasses, thinks how far it's come from the days when it couldn't help but pound to Beethoven or catch at the sight of blood. seeing lights in the distance, not wishing to be seen, running as if to outpace instinct. It makes for a clump of trees, a forest along the edge of a golf course. The line between wild and tamed is a plucked string wavering before it breaks entirely. Under the canopy, silence drips from little jets. The heart wishes it were deaf to itself and could ride silence like an injunction. I'm going to skip to the end of the book. Read a few, and then skip along. I don't know. We'll see. Where are we? Just want to get to the dirty parts. The heart dreams it is Saint Sebastian, festooned with arrows. What luck to have not been raised in the Catholic Church, and yet to have access to all its pornography. In dreams, the heart has a heart-on the size of a fist. The heart thinks of its left auricle as its ample bosom, and of its right ventricle as its ammo box. When the heart jerks off, it doesn't think about flesh at all, but pictures the sped-up films of science class, flowers going from seed to sunburst in about 10 seconds. Ow! Ooh. I just want to get through it. Okay. The heart howls in the street like an ambulance caught in a traffic jam, or like a tender animal caught in the maw of a larger, fiercer animal. The heart howls so loudly and for so long that it's amazing that no one has ears sensitive enough to hear it. Just like we wait for evolution to invent an organism that can digest plastic, the heart awaits an instrument sophisticated enough to measure its screams. Like a child allowed to cry itself out in its bedroom, the heart eventually exhausts all sadness, all grief, all operatic terror, and sinks from its spasms to a place of low comfort. Yeah, oh yeah. You poor baby. Okay, just one more. This is the finale. This is where it gets kind of hopeful. It's kind of hopeful. Come on, there's more after this. It's okay. Buy the book. The book is over there. The heart inserts the metal fitting into the buckle, then pulls the strap away from the buckle to adjust the belt low and tight across its waist. The heart orders a snack box for $10, containing some pita chips and a triangular pillow of grainy hummus. The heart picks items out of the catalog that never changes. What the heart wants from this catalog never changes either. The curved body pillow, the silk sleep sack, and the fake rocks for hiding eyesores in the yard, though the heart has no yard. The heart would put the rocks in other people's yards as a joke, hiding very small things under them, like origami animals, plastic fruit, and Barbie telephones, or even a real telephone, which would ring while a person was doing yard work. And they would look around the yard and think, is that rock ringing? And sure enough, they would walk over to the rock and touch its thin fiberglass cone-like head, lift its shell to see the phone lying there in the dirt, lit up with ringtone, something jazzy and insistent. Hello? The person would say. Hello, the heart would say, from its hiding place across the street and behind a bush. This is the heart calling, and everything would go from there. That was the yard guy. Fuck. Oh well.